Guys, I absolutely love the show. And it's so nice to meet you both. How are you feeling about season 2, or what can you even tell us about season 2?
Ooh. It's exciting.
It's very, very exciting.
I have seen the first 2 episodes, but obviously anyone watching won't have seen anything, so I know you have to be careful with spoilers. But maybe give us a flavour of what to expect.
Go on.
Okay. So we're back at Mordale. And we see a lot of the characters we know from the first season. We see them in all their glory. We see a bit more. This season we explore each character a bit more individually, whereas season 1 I think it was quite an ensemble. Now we see a bit more depth about the characters and their home lives, which is I think it's fantastic because all the characters are so interesting and complex. It's great to dive into that and we also got some new characters. Who are shaking things up a little bit.
Shake things up, it's explosive. I feel like second season is explosive. Like the world of Mordale has just exploded all over your screens.
Yeah. And one thing, as you were saying there with the characters, one of my favourite things about this show is that characters don't kind of fall into the typical kind of archetypes. Like in a different show, you would have just been the funny best friend with the one-liners, but you went on this like incredible journey as a character in the first season. So how, for you as an actor, was that, to kind of go from being the sort of funny best friend, but actually then kind of taking front and center for this incredible storyline?
I think, that's what really attracted me to Eric into this production, was that he was just like, he was so fully fleshed. I hadn't read a character like him who was like a person of color, who was LGBTQ, IA+, and kind of like, I guess, could be seen like on first impressions as like falling into that sidekick category, but then he very much is the driver of his own narrative. Like he pushes his own story, and he's got his own life and his own world separate from this one. And that was cool, that he stands in his own right. And I think the show does that with all of us, though. I think all of the characters, I think it has it's given us like really nuanced, fully fleshed, layered characters.
And I do think that's why people are so attracted to the show.
Yeah.
Another thing that I love is that you guys, as best friends on screen, are amazing. And I think people always go on about romantic chemistry in a movie and how important that is. But I'm like, no, friendship chemistry is actually probably harder to master. And look at you both.
Friendship chemistry is a good one.
That obviously is something that is natural between you both. Or do they just like lock you in a room together to be like, become best friends? Or what? How did that come about?
We actually didn't meet each other until like a few days before we started shooting.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I hadn't met any of the guys since kind of just before we started shooting. So thank God we got on so well. But no, honestly, like I feel like me and Ncuti are like, we as people I think are quite different, but I think it works because we bring out things in each other that wouldn't otherwise be brought out, and I think that's one of the reasons that the characters feel so like organic and real, and we just have fun. I think we just have fun.
We had a laugh. We met and then we instantly just had a laugh. And
and that radiates off the screen. You can really tell. And of course, I have to ask you about what is it like working with the iconic Gillian Anderson and having her as your mother. That must be very cool.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. What is she like, or how do you get on, or what's it like being with Gillian Anderson on set?
I mean, like it feels so like natural. And Gillian's so just kind of chilled out and funny. We have a really we have a real good laugh on set with Gillian. Remember one of our scenes last year of the three of us coming down getting ready for the party. It's a lot of fun working with her.
Picking us
and
up
she brings a lot of experience, and
of course,
it's always nice.
It's a comforting presence. Whenever she's there, I'm always like, it's always that she settles you.
Yeah, like mother hen.
I feel anyway.
And finally, guys, this is a show about sex, and I think people young and old are learning an awful lot about sex. So what would be your best sex advice you could give someone?
Best sex advice I could give someone?
I don't think we're in a position to be giving out sex advice.
What's the best sex advice from the show then?
From the show?
Yeah.
Oh, there's some gems in season 1 with you. with Otis and Adam in the toilet. Just about like wherever you are in your sexual journey is like it's fine if you haven't, or if you feel like you're good or you don't feel like you're like wherever you are, it's fine. Whatever you're doing is like fine. If you're happy,
embrace yourself.
Embrace it.